And yes, Phoenix is Eclojo, so. Hey everyone, welcome back to... This is going to be another game in Group C here between Phoenixyo and Madman. Actually, it's going to be a CVC, which is kind of interesting. Now, he's attached to info.txt, which is fun.
Welcome back to Bozo slowly getting dementia.
I chose Coalition both times, as did Madman. I didn't care about my map pick, but Madman didn't want to pick, so picked Boneyard. When it was his turn, he picked Teeth. GG.
Teeth?
This is what Phoenix writes for his info.txt. Interesting. No, we didn't cast this. Oh wait. Cast what already? I'm not entirely sure what he means. What the heck? Base for an inventory? Oh. Okay, now I'm kind of interested. Alright, this is going to be different. So, Phoenixyo gonna come out with some kind of a funky strat here, I expect. This is obviously gonna be, more like base runner. There's obviously gonna be some turret shenanigans off of some base runners, but getting the base runner inventory strat, that tells me he's gonna full out turret rush. This is something I haven't seen in a long time. Okay. I'm convinced. You know, I was saying I wanted Phoenix to lose because I'm like, I always had this sort of friendly animosity with him, but like, I do like me a base runner rush, so I kind of want him to win now. I don't think he can fund the production upgrade though, so I wouldn't have gotten this. I would have just gotten...
What, so is the strategy for this you just try to get artifacts as fast as possible?
You get artifacts, but you also get turrets. So base runner inventory, for those of you who don't know, is when a base runner is built... For you. My co-caster, quote-unquote. So...
I don't know about that one.
When base runners are built, they have a 60-second cooldown before they can drop turrets. Same with the one that spawns in the very beginning of the game. And base runner inventory eliminates this cooldown so that it can drop them immediately. A-game, not sure if he needs inventory for this. I think it's not a bad call, because if he gets pressured, he might need it. But you might be right, because by the time he gets to his opponent's base, that starting cooldown may be gone already. Base runner inventory commonly used when people are dealing with anti-air, or dealing with like air spam from their opponent. Oh my gosh, Phoenix is like toying with this guy's mind with this probe. I can't believe... This is like next level. If he moves it over here, it'll be safe again. Uh-oh. What? It just can't get hit at all here. What is this? Oh my gosh. Well, that's pretty cool. Okay, there we go. He's finally going to start hitting this probe here. Gets a little bit more damage on it. Can't quite finish it off, though. Okay, there we go. Probe finally getting sniped down there. Well, nicely done, Phoenix, keeping that probe alive for so long. His second base runner here, by the way, in a bit of an odd angle, is actually going to lose the fight to the artifact here, so that's a bit unfortunate for him. He could have definitely caught this one first. He could also just drop a turret right here, though, and try and kill his opponent's base runner, but... First turret going to be deployed over here. Awkwardly, though, I don't think he has line of sight. Okay, never mind, he does. So turret going to start hitting this 4-cruiser. And I mentioned this in the earlier cast, but what you want to do to deal with this is don't lose any salvagers. Get these guys out of here, right? Not going to do you any good to lose salvagers. Now, you have a support cruiser, so just drive him back to here, and then bring the carrier out here, and the carrier will deal with the turret. Oh gosh. He nearly lost all 4 of them there. The probe had to back away just a bit to make sure he didn't get killed by the SC, but... This support cruiser is going to go down. Oh my gosh, Madman, you got to deal with this. Get this guy out of here. Oh no. Turret does get set down by Phoenix as well, by the way, but this one not going to be able to stop the extract, I don't suspect. This turret is getting low, though. LAV is getting up on top of the turret. Is he going to kill this SC before it goes down? Not quite! Oh my gosh. 118 HP left on that SC. That is huge for Madman. Oh my gosh. Playing by heartstrings here. He gets that artifact out as well. Phoenixyo, in the meantime, going to be expanding up onto a third base. Actually, he's taking his third, that is. He doesn't have, like, a second base set up yet. Always wanted to bait that turret to shoot the SC. Yeah, of course, because then he wouldn't lose any LAVs, right? Yeah. Big brain plays here. Gonna bring this base runner over here. Definitely waiting for that cooldown to run out so we can set down a turret over on this side of the map. But this carrier should be able to clear it out. Again, the way that you deal with this, right, is bring your carrier to where the turret is and have it cleared out, because it's never gonna die to a turret, right? Not unless there's like 10 of them, so... Especially with that one artifact taken out, he can put one in range, one in healing, one in weapons, or whatever. He'll have a nice... Or actually, I guess one in armor would be better, because the turret will be shooting you, but he'll have a nice time clearing that out. LAV Fab on the way now for Phoenix. Now the support cruiser's gonna pop out here. Comes up and takes that second base. So he's gonna be on 3 base eco in just a moment here. Only problem for him is he doesn't have anything really to defend against these LAVs. I know he would tell you that these support cruisers will defend just fine, but I don't think it's true. But he's got base runner inventory, so I'd love to see him just drop out a couple more base runners and build turrets here on the back line. This turret here actually may be able to fight, like, if the LAVs choose to take this path through, but he should know that it's there. It'll be a lesson in object permanence, right? Assault pack almost done here. Madman does have armor 1 as well. He has some railguns, actually. But he sees this base runner briefly, I think he saw it. Well, he might not have, actually. LAV's jumping in here now for that backstab. He's gonna chunk a salvager almost immediately. Now, he could get some high ground here, too. Now, mind you, like, he can fight this SC. This is not a problem for him. I'd actually like to see him do it. So just, like, get up here on the high ground, chunk out the salvager, and then start doing damage to that support cruiser. Carrier starting to get hit by this turret now, so the turret is not shooting the salvagers like he would like it to. You can see it does take damage, but not very much. Uh-oh, LAVs ran into that turret, as I was saying they probably should try to avoid doing. Yeah, this is how you want to deal with the turret rush, right? Just kill it off with that carrier. Did you guys know, one time I managed to actually turret rush Garmulator. That was like one of my greatest achievements in this game. Anyway, base runner here getting sundered by the railgun. LAVs are going to clean it up. And Phoenix has not gotten any extracts for his early base runner shenanigans, so it's a little bit unfortunate for him. He definitely wants to have gotten a bit more out of this, but he may be alright anyway. The question is, like, does Madman know how to deal with this? What he should get is railguns. He probably wants mag excel at some point, but it's not a huge priority. He wants railguns, he wants carrier power, and he also probably just wants to get up on the third base, and then just use these LAVs to continue to backstab. And it looks like, to me, that's kind of what he's doing, so I'm confident for Madman here. But he is getting missile battery fab, because he doesn't know for sure his opponent is going to do this meme strat, so this is also not a bad call. Just wants to kill off salvagers now. If he can just, like, hold ground on this high ground here, just chunk these guys. They'll die really fast. This is actually a bit of a missaturation, too, for Phoenix. Yeah, looks like he's going to go off on this third base, which is nice. Det packs, gonna miss. I like the attempt, though. More det packs being deployed here. They'll actually get 2 kills. Of course, those things do cost money, though, so the value is always questionable, but I think that Phoenix is probably right to use those there. And 2 salvagers ripped off the line here for Madman. That's very, very nice to see. He could even kill this turret, I guess, if he wants to, probably. Because obviously he's got enough LAVs here that he can just, like, dunk the turret really quickly. In fact, it didn't have line of sight there. Look at that. There was, like, a moment where there was, like, a one-way shot where the LAVs could shoot and the turret couldn't. But yeah, he does clear out that turret, which is very nice, and he still has the option to pressure onto this third base here, so a couple more LAVs might not be bad, honestly. I mean, Phoenixyo going for this meme strat here is really kind of getting killed by the LAVs, which is quite refreshing to see. I want someone to beat this stupid support cruiser strategy, right? And this is how you do it. You get around on the back lines and you hurt them, so...
No, it's a top-tier strategy.
Yeah.
He can't lose with it.
At this point, by the way, Phoenix, with many, many support cruisers, should probably leave one here and then bring the carrier out, and he should be getting these power upgrades too, because obviously he's going to need the carrier to win the game here. I do see base runners coming out, which I think is also a good call.
And look at it. The power of the parallelograms is way too much.
Power of the parallelograms. Actually, in Homeworld Remastered, this is the symbol for a destroyer, so I mean, hey, maybe he's onto something here.
It's a symbol for a parallelogram.
I think the only way you can prove this strat is bad is to beat it off of 2 base versus 3 base. Yeah. Well, what's his face is getting up onto 3 base here is Madman, so that's very nice for him as well. Just wants to keep doing backstabs so that these LAVs can just continue to pressure wherever Phoenix is not. If you could get like a base runner and like a little probe, that'd be nice as well. And assault cruisers, I really like this, because they're not going to die quickly to the SCs, so... You go away for 1 second and you see 6 or 7 support cruisers, yep. This is Phoenixyo, what can I say? Support cruisers going to attempt to levy control of the midfield now. But Madman can deal with this if he brings the rails into town here. I think heavy vehicles armor would be nice, railgun mag excel would be nice. He can kind of go for either one. But as the LAVs are their spotting units, the railguns with the huge range advantage on the SCs are obviously going to be able to beat them here. So he wants to keep the LAVs close enough that he can get vision, and then the railguns just want to be slugging in here. But this is not what he wants to do. No, don't go towards them. Don't go towards them, you madman! Oh no, this is not what he wants to do. If there's one way to lose to this, it's like this. Oh no. No, no, no. Say it ain't so. Okay, Magixel is coming, but... I'm so mad. Okay, one thing though, the carrier will never die to these things. So if he brings the carrier in here, he's gonna have a good time still, right? But you gotta keep these railguns away. This is like exactly the wrong way to use this unit. No! Why do you bring him in? And this SC needs to get out of here too, because he's obviously gonna die. Oh, jeez. Yeah, well, this is not exactly what I wanted to see. No, no, Paulus. No, it is not. This is only a strategy if your name is Phoenixyo. LAB's gonna realize they have to boost out of here.
You keep saying this isn't a strategy, and yet he keeps winning with it.
Okay, look. If he played this against me, I would definitely beat him, okay? I'll just put it that way.
Your hubris will be your downfall.
You can do mono unit strat with any unit given you get ahead far enough. Yeah, that's kind of true. This is how like I always used to missile ship rush people back in the early days when I thought like it was guaranteed I would beat them in group. The turrets, my gosh, listen to this noise here. This is crazy. He's even got an anti-air post up. Wow, this is like, can you hear it through my headphones? It's so loud.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
These turrets here just chunking everything out here. The support cruisers are just like destroying everything as well, of course. Oh my gosh, Phoenix is gonna win like this again. I'm so mad. What he should do now is bring these base runners out to triple extract and then get out. These turrets really can't kill the coalition carrier very quickly. It's got 25 armor and they do like 27 damage per shot. Yeah, so 2 damage per shot, that's not really very much. And if he puts any power into armor, it'll be divided by half actually. So obviously turret's not going to kill the carrier, but if they kill everything else, the carrier dying is just an eventuality. It's going to happen. And yeah, actually its logistics module is getting killed by the support cruisers now. Ah, jeez. Phoenix should really just extract though. Like if he just gets a triple extract and then brings his carrier in, it's gonna be very, very nice. How does armor work when it's above the shot damage? It'll do minimum 1 damage per shot. So not very much. Right now he does 2 damage per shot. If he gets armor, he'll do 1 damage per shot. So power reserves being teched now by Madman. The thing is, like, Madman. Whoa! Oh my gosh. This is his plan. He'll just get away by going to space, right? Oh, jeez.
Just going back to the older homeworld games, they're in space, right?
Well, yeah, but this is a prequel, you know. So.
This is what happened in between the prequel and the homeworld games.
Yeah, they experimented with carrier launching. Carter, I've never seen that guy before.
I mean, he seems just as confused as you.
Yeah. I don't know. You don't have to be a veteran of this game to realize something funny is going on here, right? Yeah, about to body slam some SCs. Yeah, this is crippling though, because Madman had everything that he needed to beat this. And by the way, he's still mining off of base, so he can actually keep taking power reserves. That's what he ought to do. But, yeah, he had everything he needed to beat this. Alright, Phoenix. You know, to each their own, that's what they say. He's not interested in finishing this at all, he wants the meme. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, this is a tourney match, can you believe it? To get a head start on the Exodus Syndigar.
This is just bullying.
Oh my gosh, you're so correct. This is ridiculous. Some railgun's gonna come out now. Yeah, that's not gonna do too much. I know this is gonna sound memey, but you know what Madman actually needs right now? Is support cruisers. Oh. He needs that and carrier power. That's really all he needs.
What did you say he needed? Can you just say that one more time? Please? What does he need?
Better unit control, to be honest. Oh. Look, man.
Get good.
This is not a real strat. Okay, I swear. I refuse to accept it as legitimate. Maybe someday, if I ever make like a build order video about Missile Ship Rush, I'll make a build order video about this too, because it's kind of the same level of troll. But
I want you to play a game against him, okay?
I want to too, because I really want to. I want to show that this does not work.
Look.
That this shouldn't work, okay?
Listen, the proof is here.
Hey, there's Phoenix. He's back. Yeah, you know what's really sad about this game, Phoenix, is that like he had what he needed to beat you too. He just didn't use it right.
This is
Oh
so
jeez.
mean.
So many turrets. This is just ridiculous. Oh jeez. Madman gonna feel a bit persecuted here. No, he had like 6 railguns, but he drove them toward the support cruisers instead of away. That's all you gotta do is drive them away, right? Aye, aye, aye.
Now we wait.
This is a tourney match. Carrier does finally get killed. He could have delayed that a bit by putting power into armor, but I don't think any of us are interested in seeing that, so... How many? This is 22 turrets. Yeah, seriously, this is like StarCraft 2 style. Oh my gosh. I can't believe he actually managed to do this.
Can't believe he's done this.
No, Phoenixyo doesn't seem like the kind of player who would troll people too much, so unless they're people he knows can take it like me. But I mean that's just our relation, you know what I mean? Game 2 here gonna be on Firebase Krill. And it is gonna be a CVC once again. This time it would be Madman's picked first, I suppose, but I didn't see any of the other games from Madman, did I? I think he probably is just playing... No, maybe we watched him versus No Fun. I can't actually remember at this point. But I think he probably just is playing Coalition. LEV Fab considered here by Phoenix, but he's gonna cancel it. I wonder what he'll do this time. Honestly, let's have some real talk here. I keep talking about how like I want to see Phoenix lose and everything, but this is pretty entertaining to watch, I'm not gonna lie. It's just, if you do know how to deal with it, you shouldn't lose to the support cruisers. We might even see Phoenix win some games like this in the upper bracket, but if he comes across like A-Game or Marchwad or Moose or something, like, I don't think he'll go far with this. LEV Fab queued up for Madman now. This is 6 salvagers here, so probably he goes for like AV or something like that, but we'll have to see. Actually, he's building another salvager to go on to the second base. Is this distance the same as Tor and Alt, really? These bases are pretty far out. I don't know, I'm just thinking, because like Shrike was saying that Tor and Alt needs some tweaks. What he means is just that the bases are too far apart, and like, I really feel like he's right, but it looks like on Kalash Teeth the bases are about the same distance. But I don't know, I would still like to see Tor and Alt's bases just a little closer, but maybe it's not like a huge deal. I mean, I was already saying I think Tor and Alt could use that, but it's already still quite a good map. But Shrike, just as usual, is being a little bit hyperbolic with it, you know, like, they need to be fixed. I don't think it's really that big of a deal. By the way, Madman doing this thing, which I'm not really a big fan of, as you know, he goes for SC first, but actually he's already got an LEV Fab, so... Really just slowing down your eco here. He just wants to be getting LEV Fab first, or he wants to be getting, you know, and then build them is what I mean. Or he wants to be getting SC first here. But the Support Cruiser does pop out, so he can move up onto his second base now. Railgun Fab on the queue. And that's actually really good, because Railgun Fab is what he needs to deal with this Support Cruiser nonsense, right? But the first thing, of course, is that now he is moving the carrier onto the second base. Very good adaptation. That's what he should have done the last time. And if he sees this base runner drop a turret, he just wants to get the salvagers to safety, drive the carrier out, deal with the turret, and then come back. And maybe build a couple of LEVs in case there's more turrets coming, but he's also going to get an extraction here, it looks like, which is quite nice as well. No base runner inventory this time from Phoenix. Looks like he's going back to his old ways of AAV spam, so he is taking that.
What's no support cruisers?
Say again?
No support cruisers?
Oh, I'm sure there will be support cruisers, but maybe later.
Good. Support cruisers are OP.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Please nerf.
OMG A-Game, please nerf. Turret can set up here. This one I think shouldn't have line of sight. No, it does. Okay. I take it back. So he wants to move the salvagers away. Okay, there we go. That's what he wants to do. He left a little bit too late, so one of them gets killed here, but he wants to keep this guy in safety as well. Pull him out of there. He's got the artifact extract now. So he wants to bring his carrier up here and then power up 2 in weapons, I'd say, rotate back, and then shove the back end of the carrier into here. The back end, of course, because the missiles come out of the backside. Right here. So like if he rotates this way and then drives into the turret, he'll be able to hit it with the missiles, but at any rate, he will clean this up, so this is not going to be too bad for him. And Phoenix doing something really interesting, by the way, where he's expanding onto his like LDMs on the third base here, just only getting CUs. I guess to be fair, his build is quite CU intensive, so I noticed actually in that last game, after he got the eco damaged on the third base, he never replaced it, so he just kind of dealt with having 2 less RU miners than he was expecting the entire game. It never seemed to hurt him, so, you know, maybe it was fine. Support Cruiser comes out for Phoenix, gonna drive out to that third base. I saw him do this in the last game as well. But this time he does have some AVs to defend, and he's getting that carrier production upgrade, so I think he still plans on using the support cruisers to finish this off, but like I think he wants to just make sure he doesn't die to LAV or anything, or take damage like he did last game. Railguns being produced now by Madman though, and that would actually allow him to pressure if he likes to. Second artifact picked up as well. And this is pretty good for Madman. This is, I think, exactly what he wants to be doing, because if he gets these artifact extracts out, having that carrier power always going to be nice. If he gets the railguns, he can fight the AVs, he can fight the support cruisers while there's still not that many of them. And he's on 2 base, his opponent is just now getting up onto 2 base, so if he can keep the pressure up, he's actually kind of winning here. So this is quite nicely done. I don't think he needs Magic, so, but he may want to move into some other tech, but I don't know. I mean, this is pretty good, to be honest. Last game, he teched into assault cruisers, right? And that would have been really nice, actually, but he didn't ever have a chance to build them. I think probably he wants these railguns that he's building, maybe a bit more, and then he probably wants to get support cruisers and move up onto a third base, so. Oh, you felt bad for him from the last game? So you're like going a bit easy on him? That's quite funny. A-game, by the way, moving up, A-game. Phoenix moving up onto 3 base now, as he's going to fill up this middle base here. He doesn't have RU salvagers, of course, on the third, but we saw last game he might not ever build them. I don't think he really thinks he needs them. You are right, Moose. It is a little risky that he hasn't seen his opponent, but if he's doing this as a reaction to last game, I'm kind of okay with it. Turret drop, by the way, would be really nice here. He just puts a turret right there. Skimmers, eh? Well, that would be impressive. Of course, Phoenixyo playing as Coalition. Base runner here, gonna take a little bit of grief to the AVs. He wants to get the railguns in here. This is not what Madman wants to do. He wants to be proactive here. And he's also probably floating a bit. I'd love to see another support cruiser get up on the 3 base, but okay, here we go. The railguns are moving. LAV's getting in here too. And then I don't think they should go for the SC. I think they should go for the salvagers instead. And ordinarily I'd say that RU miners are more valuable than CU miners, but I'm kind of doubting that in this particular matchup. Turret set up here for Madman. He does have the railguns here, so these AVs really want to kill this base runner, but they're gonna kind of suicide for it. Support cruiser here should go down. Base runner does get sniped then. But these railguns are gonna clean up this AV. The only problem here is that, like, if the railguns were here, he wouldn't even have to trade the LAVs for that support cruiser. He would just get it, right? And indeed, if he just, like, drives in with these railguns here, there's not really anything to stop him if he plays it right. I think he should go down on this side, bring, like, the LAVs as well, and he can just, you know, permanently, like, deny the second base until Phoenixyo chooses to go for railguns of his own or LAV spam or something. I think he's really in a winning position here, actually, so it's unfortunate that he doesn't do this. He's playing way too passive here. You really want to push when you know you have the tech advantage. Either that, or you want to be safe for, like, an air transition or something, but, like, this isn't safe to air, so you can't really rely on that explanation. You don't want to push against me? Debatable. When you're doing this, I think you do. LEV's here, going to try to trade in once again, but of course they are going to get blocked here. This guy also doing some circles there, so he's gonna end up dying. Base runners are out here again for Madman. Sure, they are fragile, right? But, like, if he plays it right, that's why I'm saying going around on this side, because, like, there's this big, you know, open ground here. I mean, he can just chunk, you know, there's really nothing to stop him, so. And then double extract off these base runners would be really, really nice. Again, though, if he could get up onto 3 base, it'd be really, really sweet for Madman, but he's gonna go instead into BC Fab, whoa. No, he didn't see the 3rd base. He still doesn't know about this. His vision's never overlapped onto it, I don't think. Yeah, BC Fab is going to be interesting here, because obviously they can die to AVs technically, but like they really don't, you know? They have 15 armor, I think. So these guys doing, you know, 1 damage per shot unless they have high ground. So that's actually not a bad call, I guess. Phoenixyo getting the 3rd production upgrade here on the carriers. He is going to renege into Railgun Fab here. He feels like he needs it. I think he does, indeed. Does he have armor upgrades? Yeah, he does. He has all 3 of them. Okay. This base runner here can be denied, but this one will extract. Railguns here, though, gonna kind of get jumped on by the AVs, and again, there's nothing here but railguns. If he'd had a couple LAVs for spotting, he might not be in this problem. But he can still make this work. He just needs to back away to like this hill here, and then have the carrier up there to frontline for him. A little bit of a carrier block coming out here. It's a touch awkward. Another railgun just gonna feed into the system as well. Not really what he wants to be doing. But keep these guys away. Get him further away. Ugh. They're getting chunked. Okay, carrier's here now. Carrier block would be nice if he moves this way. Oh, you told him what he needed to do. Okay. So that explains a lot of the like adaptation we're seeing here. But unfortunately, he's going to lose them all anyway. This is definitely a hold that he should have been able to manage. And Phoenixyo going to get in on the base. This is what he always seems to do. This is going to be quite rough for him. Down goes the railgun, the last one. Yeah, this is gonna be all kinds of rough here. He does have BC Fab done, but I don't know if he can build that really. In fact, what's his money situation like anyway? I mean, he's got the money for it, but just no time, right? Like, he needs something that can deal with this. He's got a lot of power and weapons, so I like that. But the support cruisers here are actually gonna attempt to kill the base, and they're kind of getting away with it. Which, again, makes me very mad. If he built like a couple of railguns, he could deal with this pretty easily, but I think, honestly, his big problem is that Phoenix has been on 3 base this whole time, and he hasn't been, right? He's just kind of been waiting here with his railguns sort of chilling in the midfield. If he came in and pushed, he could definitely dislodge this base. He could even kill the carrier, maybe. This is kind of unfortunate to see. Carrier gonna come back, though. It's gonna try and deal with these support cruisers here. Will be enough to deal with it. The question is just, you know, does the AV follow-up kill off all the salvagers anyway? He does kill off 1 support cruiser here, but there's only 3 salvagers left. Not sure what the space runner can do either. He has got another extraction out, which is nice. He's gonna start taking heavy vehicles upgrades. Oh, I guess he's building some railguns now. But the thing is, if he builds railguns with the AVs like up in his face like this, they're just gonna die instantly when they pop out.
Houston's here!
Houston!
Yay!
Oh. And last support cruiser, it looks like, is going to get cleaned up from this attack here, but the support cruiser for Madman also going to go down, and the railguns now from Phoenixyo are finally arriving, and there's a lot of them. This probably should be a game-ending force here. This support cruiser here getting hunted down by LAVs. It's doing its best to actually hold them off, but I don't think that will happen. So all the support cruisers on the attack are going to die here, but Madman probably now will die to these railguns here. And Phoenixyo is indeed getting Mag Excel. This artifact will be the 4th one, but I don't think there's any way he gets this out. These AVs here can definitely hold it off if Phoenixyo wants to. Railguns, of course, as they are wont to do, for some reason prioritizing the salvagers first, but this is nice though that they target the rails. And Phoenixyo, definitely learning what, or showing us like what railguns are really supposed to do by being far away here. They can't be traded on at all. The AV's frontline for them. The railguns can just dump out a massive amount of damage here. So these guys have Mag Excel as well. They have armor 3. And this has to be the end of the game. There's really no way that Madman survives this. Have you really? Okay, you know what? We're gonna do games after this, you and I. You get in game with me. I'll show these fine people how to beat this. Support Chris is actually killing off the artifact.
I know I'm supposed to be on your side, but I'm having a really hard time right now.
Look, you will see. You will see. He will never defeat me. Did I do the build? No. I don't think anyone has actually. Well, have you been doing it in group stage? I don't think so. No, yeah, because Houston I don't think is getting to upper bracket, is he? Yeah. Phoenixyo here again, getting a little annoyed that the railguns are targeting salvagers here instead of the carrier. Okay, there we go. He's going to finish off. And that'll be the game for Phoenixyo. He does take this 2-0. And he is right about the sand skimmer thing, but that's a different story. That's joke patch. Look, man, I'm gonna show you, okay? I'm gonna show you. You get in game with me, Phoenix. We're gonna show these people how you defeat the SC rush. Oh, pity. 3 more seconds and this game would have been elite. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the cast. I'll catch you next time.